Hello and welcome back to Stationeers. Thank you very much for joining us today for this somber occasion. Because Jake is somehow dead. We are not sure how this has happened. We are not sure why this has happened. But Sociopath is trying to currently revive him. This is probably going to be what we spend part of today's video doing. Now, in the last video, we've been trying to figure out problems with atmospheres and whatnot. I've written some code between sessions. I've written some code that has a working recirculation system, but then there has been a tank update, which for you people watching may have been 3 or 4 months in the past, but there has been an update, so we need to think about that. And then we started up today's video and found a body bag. Not
Can't
ideal.
do anything anymore.
Service dead.
And apparently a dead server. So we have no idea what is going on. Really?
As soon as we put Jake in the cryotube.
Oh, that's crashing the server.
Yep.
Ah. Jake does not wish to return to the land of the living. Make sure you stay tuned. Let's get started, and we will be right back after this very quick break. And here is Jake 2.0. We couldn't figure out what to do with Jake 1.0, so we've just cloned him. Ta-da! Unfortunately, this one is not very clever at it with his landing. And
I didn't really have control over the trajectory gadget. Also, this isn't Space Engineers. What am I doing here?
as you can see, the sarcasm and wit is still there.
How do I get out?
F.
Oh, cute.
Oh.
Jake 1.0 is sleeping in his bed.
Oh, you have not.
I have brought with me some water bottles and cereal bars, much to your delight, I suppose.
Excellent. Well, Jake 2.0, you can get straight on to work. We have issues.
Good. You mentioned issues with the airlock?
Yes, so now the airlock might just work. Hayes, helmet.
Yes, it's inside.
Why are you not wearing it?
As you can see, the airlock is working perfectly. No questions whatsoever. No issues whatsoever.
Well,
no,
At least, due to my new clone body, I don't have the half-damaged lungs anymore. That's probably what killed me, by the way.
That might have been very well what killed you. Yes, you are probably not wrong there. This might end up being a shorter episode than normal, simply because we are very confused on time, and we've been in and out of this trying to figure out what is going on. But anyway, whilst Jake 2.0 is sort of situating himself, and until he comes back outside, I'm going to show you what I have been working on off camera. Oh, actually, I'm also going to go recycle these tin cans.
Gadget.
Yes.
The new Jake just kicked the old Jake out of his bed.
That's fine. Jake can do what Jake wants.
I'm scared.
It's fine. You need to be scared when a Hayes 2.0 appears.
Oh, I hate that guy. I blame him for everything.
Oh, is that who we blame? Not you.
Yeah, it's been that the whole time.
Ron, nobody told me. Nobody told me at all. Anyway, right, so if I just go ahead and edit this. This is the... Uh-oh. There we go. Let's paste that all in. Please paste properly. It says paste properly. So this is the new code for the fully working recirculation system. However, given when we are recording this, which is the 28th of February, I am going to content date this simply because otherwise things are going to be quite confusing. There has been an update with the tanks. And so we need to replace all of these tanks. Off camera, I've also realized that the CO2 tank is empty. But that is a good thing. So Jake 1.0 somehow thought ahead. Now Jake 2.0 has to take over. So that is something that we need to fix right now. And we need to probably fix this res tank. Now, since Jake has been doing a lot of the engineering, pipe building and atmospherics on that side. I'm going to get him to help me with this stuff. Where are you, Jake?
I'm currently in my crew quarters sorting through my new and old inventory.
Okay, you do that. In the meantime, I'm going to explain some of the issues that I have found that probably need to be looked at. So, first off, you may remember that a few episodes ago, Jake accidentally hooked up the wrong side of this filter machine, so that he had the air going into the CO2 tank and the carbon dioxide going into our atmosphere for the HAP. Big mistake, turned it around, but he did manage to contaminate his CO2 tank. So, in order to fix that, Jake came up with this contraption with some volume pumps, and all the CO2 went into that tank. This tank is now empty. That also means that this pipe is completely empty, which means we cannot get CO2 into our system. At the moment, not a problem, because that means that this tank can be replaced, which is a really, really good thing. But as soon as that is done, Jake is going to have to get the CO2 building in. There he is. So, this is full, that's empty. What we need is we need this tank now replaced with the new tanks, whatever they are. Unless we're happy with these tanks. I do not know what the difference is.
What do you mean?
Well, I do not know what the difference is between the new tanks and the old tanks.
You need to change them.
Oh, we need to change them, okay.
From what I read of the patch notes, because I read those things, they've changed the internal logic, but they can't retroactively apply that to all tanks. So you have to deconstruct the tank and rebuild it. I don't think it's a different kit.
No, it seems to be the same kit. I've had a look, but there's something about liquid and gas. So anyway, that is the first one that Jake is going to change. Then, what I'm thinking, Jake, is maybe once you pump all of this carbon dioxide back into that tank, do you want to work on... Or what does this tank have? Hold on. Oh no, pick that up. This tank is 11.3 kilomoles of nitrogen. So it should be...
Previously, the tanks had a power cable connection for data reading.
Right.
Is that not the case anymore? Because I'm not seeing one in the silhouette.
I do... Hold on, let me check for you. That is the insulated tanks.
Yes.
Let me check. Tank big, insulated... connections, pipe input, 0. There's only a pipe input. There is no data input.
No, I believe the tanks got changed to being part of the pipe network instead of being a separate entity.
Which means if you have a pipe reader, then that can also read from the tank
The
itself.
pipe reader will read the tank, because the pipe system, if you look at with your thing, the pipe with the atmospheric disk in it, it will say pipe network 1, and that will be including the tank. So the tank is just kind of a really big pipe.
Yes, I see that. This could be a problem.
How so?
With my code.
Because your code relies on the value inside of the tank instead of inside the network. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably going to need to rewrite that.
Oh no, hang on. Get big tank insulated. Oh, rubbish.
What?
I just had this code working absolutely perfectly for the recirculation system, and now it's all going to break. Well...
Yes.
Unless I can still get... Hold on, can I still get those values? No, I cannot get those values from the tank anymore.
Nope, you're not gonna use the tank as values.
Right,
So yeah.
okay.
Code will change.
Okay, it shouldn't be a huge change in the code. pipe network. So how do we name the pipe network?
They are named.
I think
What,
we
with
can
the
use a labeler
numbers?
to rename the pipe network.
Pipe network 40533. Okay, hold on. Okay, I should be able to do this. It shouldn't be too big an issue. So I'd be looking for anything in this area. No. No, a labeler does not allow me to rename a
Nice.
pipe network.
Oh yeah, you're painting. You're painting with dirt.
What's up, sis?
I would say you might want to get this thing functional.
How on earth do I rename a pipe network? That's now going to be a pain. Right. Anyway, I'm going to explain what the code does regardless, because it's just going to be a matter of figuring out which bits need changing. So, we have a pipe analyzer. We have the ratios for your carbon dioxide, target oxygen, target nitrogen, and the current tank pressure. This is the bit that's going to change. We also have valves. So we've got the valve, the bypass valve, and the CO2 valve, which are the two valves to the left of me. We have the tank. That bit, I believe, might end up changing. The pump, the volume pump, and then the 3 pumps coming in. We have the maximum CO2 tank pressure. That is going to change. That's going to be pipe network pressure. Why have they done this? Tank pressure makes more sense.
Because it probably works better code-wise. Do that, and then they should now be able to-
Right. And so, in short, the way this works is it loads the ratio of carbon dioxide from the pipe analyzer. I've explained this before, but I think there are a couple of bits that have changed. So this bit no longer exists. Instead, I've used this SLT, which is set if less than, so set R11 as 1 if the current tank pressure is less than the max tank pressure. This is the line that will no longer work. And then after that, we move into tank control. And in tank control, it's all about going into pump control, checking which pumps are on. And this bit is what controls this section. And this is the bit that was not in the last or in the previous videos. So that section says that if this tank, it has less than 30 megapascals in it, and then checks the ratios and says if it's within X, Y, Z ratios of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, switch on the corresponding valve. So switch on the corresponding pump, which pumps it all in to here until it reaches a certain pressure. But of course that is now going to be a bit of a faff to figure out, so we're going to do that. Are you terraforming?
No.
What are you doing?
I think don't ask.
All right.
Well, look over here.
You fill the hole in. So you are terraforming.
Are you happy?
Well, at least I'm not going to fall into it. Of course, it would have been quite amusing if Jake 2.0 fell straight into the hole.
I mean, he's probably going to shove Jake 1.0 in there.
But the hole's gone, so he cannot do that.
Wait, what?
No, there's still access to it.
Oh.
Oh,
I didn't
wait.
realise that you could get rid of the hole. Nice.
Hole's there. And I've dug it much, much bigger underground to get the dirt.
That's
So
really
we have a
useful.
gigantic cavern.
Oh, yes, so we're just precariously... okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's stable for the base, yeah. Mm.
Right. Also, Jake, I made a few notes about this system, the recirculation system that we're looking at. So I'm going to
Am I
run
about to
you...
be graded for poor behavior, for poor work?
No, I have not graded somebody in years. It's fine. It's been, 7 years since I've last graded someone? Okay. So, this bit's here. If these now, this is from doing some testing. When these 3 main valves are on, or any of these valves, it floods all of this with whatever whatever air mix there is, but also floods all of this and all of this with it, which means that if we're running, let's say we need carbon dioxide, it immediately starts taking the carbon dioxide and whatever bit goes through there, but another bit comes in here, triggers this as, oh no, there's too much carbon dioxide, and starts pumping it back through there. Do we need, my solution to that was a back pressure regulator or something somewhere here. Is that a viable solution?
What's the back pressure regulator?
Prevents...
why would... No. Why would it help here? Sorry.
So, all I want to do is prevent the... I want to prevent whatever's coming out of these 3 pumps from going this way.
Back that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a back pressure regulator is the inverse of a pressure regulator. So a pressure regulator will allow only a certain amount of pressure through. A back pressure regulator allows any excess of a certain value of pressure. They are one-way systems, which is what you could use them for, but you could also do the same with a volume pump to make it only go one way.
Okay, let's put the volume. Let's look at a volume pump then. So that's point 1. Point 2. I only have three points. Point 2 was the CO2 tank system. Needs to be reverted now that it's scrubbed. I think you've already done that, right?
It is reverted to what it should be, as opposed to the thing that broke it in the first place.
Okay, good.
Not
Hayes, what have you done?
I haven't done anything.
There's a dirt wall in front of us.
What? No, that's not me.
That must be Hayes 2.0.
Okay, so that was the second one. And the third point I had was that the reserve tank seems awfully slow to fill. I watched this for about an hour. It's very slow, and I could not figure out how to speed that up.
What do you mean slow to fill?
So I did a test where I switched on all 3 of those volume pumps, and then I sat here, and the speed at which this actually filled its molds, or more molds were put into it, and the pressure increased was extremely slow.
Right, yeah. So the way that this works, if you come over here.
Yep.
We're currently using a volume pump to take gas out of this tank and put it back in, to feed it into this pipe array that goes to the atmospheric.
Yep.
They are limited by 10 litres per second.
Okay, so
now,
it's these.
admittedly, they should have a relatively high amount of pressure behind them, which means that they should flow faster. Problem is, because this tank is so big, the pressure is relatively low.
Okay, so it's a pressure problem on this end.
It's a pressure differential that makes it slower for the pump to work because it's pushing from a 350 kilopascal to a 2000 kilopascal.
All right, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I was trying to figure out where the pressure differential or the pressure issue was. I thought it might have been something within this recirculation system that was causing the issue. But okay, it's all the way back at the primary tanks themselves. Actually, I do have one other possible suggestion here. See this CO2 pipe that goes all the way back to your CO2 tank?
Yes.
Would it be smarter to run that CO2 pipe just back behind into the input of this first filter instead? That way, the reason I say that is because what happens is that if there is a greater than X% amount of CO2, it starts scrubbing all of the air that's in that tank. If we were to feed... Wait, not the CO2. Hold on. My brain has just realised that there's a problem with what I'm saying. What do
The
it wasn't the
answer-
CO2, it was
answer
the
to your-
air.
The answer to your question is yes, it would be better.
Okay, it was the air. Yeah, if we were to feed the air back, that way it would stop scrubbing the CO2 and we don't waste the filters, or also we don't wait for... It will make the ratio through this a lot better, more balanced.
Okay. Re-explain that because I got confused.
Okay.
After you got confused.
So, this currently, say this goes above X% of CO2. It shunts from the bypass to the CO2 scrubber.
Yes.
All the CO2 goes out, so this, then what comes out of this is pure nitrogen and oxygen. That then feeds into this tank, which is great. However, because what is coming in from this tank or this air, let's say that's got 8% CO2, that's going in here and that's constantly having it shunting onto this, we get none of the carbon dioxide back out.
Yeah.
So what then happens is that travels all the way to your tank only for this valve to have to kick in and start shoving carbon dioxide back in.
It only kicks in once the CO2 in the system drops below 5%.
Yes.
So even though that it will be pure nitrogen and oxygen, there will still be CO2 here for it to be balanced with until it drops below.
The ratio
But
changes pretty quickly.
The answer to your question of is this pipe necessary is no.
There is that
not
too.
necessary.
Can
I
you
just stick a pipe that goes into the CO2 pipe, and then if there is more pressure in this pipe than there should be, the back pressure regulator all the way at the other side will just take it out.
That's probably something to then sort out as well.
Yeah, so I'm going to go fix that issue that I made way back when, because I didn't understand what I was doing. This seems like a pattern with the damn system.
Yeah, I think we're going to have some potential issues here. Now I need to start figuring out how this is going to work with this pipe network, which is not what I was expecting. So how do I look up anything about pipe networks on the Stationpedia? Let's find out.
There's an entire atmospherics category which you should be able to use.
Got it.
By the way, Gadget, I have a question.
Please go ahead.
You said earlier that we now have a fully functional air recirculation.
Yeah, we
program.
do not.
It broke.
It broke because the update broke it. We had one, which was about to go in, fully coded. Then the updates happened, and it's broken it.
So that answered my question, basically, which was so fully functional like or airlock code.
I'm also claiming the update has broken the airlock code.
I don't trust
Yes.
claim.
You're hitting X to doubt.
Oh, I'm sitting here. I have actually taken out a notepad, and I'll see if I might show you this afterwards. I have actually started writing code down on a notepad, trying to figure out what on earth is going on with these systems.
This being a digital notepad, not a physical one.
No, a physical notepad with a fountain pen.
I don't think those are programmable.
No, it's just so I can start scribbling things and drawing arrows and trying to figure out what is going where. It is. I think I know where the airlock goes wrong. I do not understand why it goes wrong there. I know where it is. I just do not understand why.
Hydration.
Oh, I need hydration as well.
Oh, it's because it's a tank. Right.
Kit's pipe.
Okay.
Is that?
So the
No.
CO2 tank is completely fixed.
Okay, so that's an upgraded tank.
But the CO2 tank is not. So I'm going to work on that next. Preferably before things break.
Sorry, the CO2 tank is fixed, but the CO2 tank is not.
The O2 tank, sorry.
Got it. That wasn't me being sarcastic or anything. I was genuinely confused. Right, I want to go inside. By the way, Hayes, I'm going to point out here, right here, this pipe. This is the issue with the entire airlock system. This pipe.
Which we put the backflow regulator thing on.
Which yes, we put back.
Fix that.
Which appeared to work in our testing. How many times did we test it? A handful of times? Yep. And it worked every time. And then it failed. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try it right now.
Is the tank at its proper thing?
Yes, I've checked the pressure of the tank.
Okay.
It was supposed to be 500 kilopascals, wasn't it, that we set it to?
Yes.
But I'm going to try it. But it's letting me in. The door has shut. And it's working. I don't understand. I really do not understand at all. And you know what? With that complete mess of an episode, which is probably only going to be shown on YouTube because of Jake's death, that is where we are going to end this video. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on... Why is there dirt in the hab?
I blame Hayes 2.0.
You're the one kicking across around.
Why is there a massive dirt pile on the new atmospheric bit that we've just been working on?
Well, the winds on Mars will carry dirt around, right?
Subscribe to the channel to see Hayes 2.0 buried in the hole that he has covered. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting us know what you think. Any suggestions you might have, we will get to them in time. Unfortunately, that time being 4 months later. If you wish to do so, you can support me on Patreon, check out my Discord server and social media, and do go check out Jake's channel at ZeroJake on YouTube. That is all from me. Somebody else is entering the airlock. Is it going to work? Here is the big question. The answer is yes. That is all from me, Jake, Hayes and Sociopath, and we will see you next time, where I assure you I'm going to be just as confused as I am right now.